Carl Jung, a Swiss psychiatrist, was the first to propose the idea of archetypes and the collective unconscious. This concept becomes very significant as it functions and forms the plot of Unless by Carol Shields. Unless is the story of 44-year-old Rita Winters, who has enjoyed the youthful monotony of happiness all her life. She has a loving family, wonderful friends, and a flourishing career as a writer. But then suddenly, Rita's life takes a detour into grief and sorrow. Her eldest daughter Nora turns to desperate measures by dropping everything and sitting on a gritty street corner in Toronto with nothing but a begging bowl beside her and a sign around her neck that reads, "Goodness." As Rita searches for answers to why her daughter concluded to such a frantic statement, she ends up on a long journey on the path of self-development as a mother, writer, and feminist. To convey her fiction, Shields turns to the ancient Greek tale of the fertility goddess Demeter's search for her missing daughter Persephone. Shields employs myth to begin the development of her plot, function and form the problem, and thereby seek the final solution of her story. The myth runs evidently parallel to the entire plot of Unless, but to understand how, we must first get a quick overview of what the myth is all about.
There was a time when flowers and crops grew all year round. The goddess Demeter looked after them from her temple near Mount Olympus, home of the gods. From there she would fly out over the rich land and visit her daughter, Persephone. Then a new flower appeared. To me, it didn't look right, didn't smell right. I tried to tell Persephone, but she ignored me. And... Run, Persephone, run!
Persephone! Persephone! Persephone!
Hades, the god of the underworld, had taken Persephone. She didn't know what to think. Everything was so different.
Persephone! Where are you? Persephone!
Mother!
Persephone! Persephone! Where are you? Persephone! Persephone! Where are you?
But this crazy woman is destroying the earth.
Send her some roses.
Roses? Where will I find roses? She's withered all the flowers and the crops and the trees. There's nothing growing on earth anymore. Go to Hades and tell him that I order him to send Persephone back to her mother, and quickly. Oh, this mother!
Speak.
Get Persephone to eat just one of these seeds, and she'll be able to stay with you for a month.
Remember me by eating this.
Lady, she's had the one.
Very much.
That's two.
Very, very much.
Three. Oh,
I will remember you.
oh no, it's all going wrong.
And so Persephone was free to go back to Demeter.
Oh, Persephone! Why are your lips so red? Did Hades give you anything to eat before you left?
Just some pomegranate.
Pomegranate? How many seeds?
Just 4.
Hades has tricked you! Now you will have to spend 4 months of the year with him!
Nora is the archetypal disappearing woman, just like Persephone, and Rita resembles the distraught mother Demeter. Persephone is taken into the underworld, and Nora figuratively enters the underworld as she sits at a subway station all day long, 7 days a week, begging for money. Shield simply wishes to revise the myth to extract parts that will amplify her bold statement that women have been marginalized from society. Rita realizes that Nora too has swallowed the seed of the pomegranate. How can she go on living her life knowing what she knows? That women are excluded from greatness, and most of the bloody time they choose to be excluded. Rita believes that Nora cannot disregard this acknowledgement and return to her past life, just as Persephone could not return to her peaceful life on earth because she swallowed the seed of the pomegranate. Using the most female of all myths, Shields is able to clearly and boldly state her argument about feminism. Throughout the novel, Rita portrays a lot of the characteristics mentioned by Jung in one form or another, whether it is directly or indirectly, slightly or to a vast degree. He states the mother or the figurative mother must be one that prolongs growth and luxuriance, and she must be supportive and loving and very affectionate towards her spawn. As Rita worries about Nora's stability in life and how she is going to help Nora overcome this time of great unhappiness and distress, she begins to try and do everything in her power to please her daughter and get her to return home. I had no power over her acceptance to McGill, or the boyfriend, or in fact any real part of her happiness, but I could provide something temporary and necessary, this dream of transformation, this scrap of silk. The role of the archetypal mother, which Rita has portrayed distinctly, overtakes her feministic perspective, and we see that her opinions and beliefs about the topic of feminism have not yet been consolidated because they get washed out by her conventional responsibilities. Shields shows that in some cases, the ideologies are no match for the mind of women because we have that archetypal role built into us deep within our collective unconscious, which slowly crawls its way forward through the personal unconscious.